Anybody else have cabin fever besides me?
We are live.
It's 9 o'clock. We should be ready to go.
We live?
Chris, are we live?
Yes, you are live.
Or Jessica?
Yes, we're good to go to call the meeting to order.
Thank you. We'll call the February Board of Directors work session to order. Long time since we've done this by Zoom, so like we said prior to going on, just make sure your microphones are muted if you're not talking, to make sure we don't have that background noise. We appreciate it. We will start with open forum. And Jessica, we do not have any emails. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. All right, so there's no response to open. This is going to be a quick one, I think. Tom, trail licensing agreement.
Great. If you could, Jessica, if you could pull up the presentation.
It's up, Tom.
It's up? Okay. So I can't, great, I can't see what's on it. All right, so advance to the next slide, the key amenities. Most of this information I was able to get off of the presentation, the information that was shared by Blue Crane and the Runway Group. So the key amenities of the bike park are 20 miles of trails with multiple difficulty levels, Oz Trails headquarters with full service dining facilities, comprehensive bike shop and rental center, community plaza and gathering spaces, a pump track, dedicated hiking trail, and art installations throughout the property. And we'll advance. I took this image off of the internet and just blew it up, and so you can see the general idea of the location. If you're looking at this map and you see the green area, and if you were to go to the east or to the right of the image, that's going to be where Allen's parking lot is. And that green area is the lower section of the bike park, and it will go all the way to the west or to the left, which is the upper portion of the chairlift. Please advance. I then zoomed in, lost a little bit of the clarity, but you can see that there is a parking lot, a large building, that brown area in the middle, and you can see the base of the chairlift just next to the brown structure. And I'm going to advance again, and then here is the far west or the left side of the image, and that's where the chairlift will go, or will terminate at the top. Advance. Here is a GIS image of the area, and you can see the topography. It's rather steep. It's about a 300-foot drop off. And so what this leads to is a proposed trails licensing agreement. And so this is off GIS. Once again, on your image, you're going to see to the right or to the east is Allen's Shopping Center. And you're going to note that I've indicated parcel 1 and parcel 2. And if you zoom in, you'll see that here is Oldham to the north or to the top, and I've shaded a certain area. Now notice that I maintain the 25-foot buffer between the home property line or the property lines and the area that would be part of the licensing agreement. Now this parcel is quite a bit larger than what you see here. But we're just considering the licensing agreement just for these areas. You'll notice on the home to the left, it does not have that same 25-foot buffer, and that is because that home is actually owned by Blue Crane runway at all. Advancing, the second one is this narrow strip of land, and you'll see that it separates they actually own the land on both sides. Looks like there's about 4 or 5 homes, and they own all of those homes. So the trail would go over the land. This is about, once again, about a 10, 15, 20 foot strip of land, by and large useless. And so what we're asking the board or to consider is to grant a licensing agreement, which would allow them to use this for their bike park. And Doug drew up the agreement. It has all the necessary protections in place, a hold harmless requirement of assurance, and so forth, to make sure that we're legally protected. Any questions?
Thanks. Real quick, just so other directors, if they didn't see the chat, unfortunately, we were not able to see that on our side in this meeting. I know it went live. Chris was running it, but it's what we saw in the general session.
Okay. Okay.
Just a quick note.
Well, I was going to say that, but I've already seen it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, fortunately, I pulled it up the presentation on my laptop, so I was going along with it. But any questions on that? And then, of course, the board would consider this at the regular meeting, and hopefully, we will be back in our boardroom where everybody can talk the way they're used to. Jason, you want me to move forward?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, the next one is policy 2.07 and policy 3.08. These are both up for the second and final reading. For the viewers at home, you can go back to the January Rules and Regulations Committee meeting, and you can see what the details on the changes, and you can look at the work session from January and the regular meeting in January, and then this meeting, and then the board will potentially vote on it next week. Any questions on those two policies? All right, and then the last item is for the Charitable Giving Committee. We have a volunteer, April Taylor, who has volunteered, and we're asking the board to vote on that. The committee has put forward that nomination.
And she would be an additional committee member, right? She's not.
That is correct. They're going to go, I think they're going to go from 3 to 4.
Perfect.
They meet only about once or twice a year, but it's a very good, dedicated group of volunteers. So we're pleased to have them on board.
Awesome. All right, that is the agenda. Anybody have anything else before we go into a few announcements? No. Nope. I also should let everybody know that Director Coughlin could not make the meeting today, so she had another commitment. Announcements. So the regular board meeting, and Tom said hopefully we're back in the boardroom on next Thursday at 6 p.m. Recreational JAC meeting Monday, March 10th at 4 at the boardroom. Lakes JAC meeting Wednesday, March 12th at 2 p.m. in the boardroom. Golf JAC Wednesday, March 12th at 4 in the boardroom. Rules and Reg, JB, you're having that this month, this next go round?
Yep.
Okay. Rules and Reg meeting Thursday, March 13th at 1:30 in the boardroom. The general board of directors general meeting, that's a closed meeting, is March 13th at 2:30. Meet the candidates. Time to start getting them going on that is March 18th at 6 at the rec center and via live stream. That's going to be at 6 p.m. March 18th. Next work session for the board of directors is March 20th at 9 in the morning at the boardroom, and the March general session, regular session, excuse me, is March 27th at 6 in the boardroom. All those are also live streamed. If there's nothing else, we will adjourn.
One question.
Oh, yep, go ahead, Jackie, sorry.
the committees, were there committees supposed to have met yesterday, or did they just postpone till March?
Both committees decided to cancel their February meeting. They had to cancel it from last week. Then they were going to have it this week. So they ended. We gave the committee chairs the option of delaying it another week or just canceling. And they both opted for canceling. There's not a lot of golf going on right now, and if you're out there fishing in this weather, oh boy.
All right, thank you.
Make sure. Anything else? All right. Everybody stay warm and safe.
All right, Jason. Take care.
All right.